my detox. I mix it with our collagen peptides, great for hair, skin, nails, joints, muscle support. I mean, this is the glue that holds your body together. Other companies are selling high quality collagen for 90 to 120 bucks, 27.95, highest quality, 30 servings. I can't beat it. That's what we do. Highest quality, lowest price. All right. So with that, let's go out to our awesome product team. We're going to start with our director of product education, Lisa Goodkin, to talk about really why we do what we do. And because it's a lot of companies, just so you guys understand, this is a cool call. I feel like I'm giving you guys a little more education today than I usually do as far as how the industry works, how the world works, how the supplement space works. But if you look at what's going on in the health and wellness industry, most companies, the reason that they don't tell you what is in their product is one of two reasons. Number one, this is actually their excuse, which isn't really working as an excuse anymore, is it's proprietary. If we show it, then people might copy it. Well, what that tells us is that they're more interested in profit than telling you what's even in their product. We're so confident in our product and in our prices that we show you guys. I mean, you want the best formula for a greens product on the planet? Here it is. Here's every ingredient, the exact amount that's in it. This is the recipe right here. We're not concerned with other companies copying it. There's nothing wrong with competition. Competition just helps the end consumer. It's just very difficult for a company to make a product for 13 bucks and sell it for 18 with $4 or $5 margins and be successful. We know how to do it. We keep our overhead low. We know how to run an efficient company. We have the membership model on the back end. It just makes perfect sense. And it's interesting. 2.5 years, every company in the space is seeing all of their customers leave and come to Livegood because we've got higher quality products at much better prices, yet they still haven't changed their business model. And it really baffles me. Well, it baffles me in some ways, but at the same time, when companies have so much overhead and so many corporate officers and they have to pay their influencers millions of dollars to talk good about an average product, it makes sense. They're not going to be able to get sales if they do it. So that's one thing is, they say that. And the other reason they probably don't publish it is because if they had to show you what was actually in their product, they'd be pretty embarrassed to show that there's not much of the good stuff that's in there. In fact, they did a test, University of Mississippi. They bought 30 nutritional supplements from Amazon, 30 random products, tested every single one of them to see if what was on the label was actually in those products. Of the 30 products, 17 of them did not match what was on the label. That's more than half. More than half of the supplements you see out there do not have what's on the label. In other words, they're just making stuff up. Either it's missing ingredients that they claim is actually in the product, or in some weird cases, they've actually thrown some extra stuff in there that they don't even tell you about, which could be just as concerning. That's why you look at all of our products, every single one, not only do we show the full toxicity tests, the purity tests, the certificates of analysis to show that exactly what we say is in the product is actually in every single one of our products. And that transparency, I mean, we're definitely exposing the quality and the price thing, but the transparency is something that people are now really starting to wake up to. So the great thing, back to my introduction of Lisa, the great thing about having Lisa and Ryan and just because I've learned all this stuff from Lisa and Ryan. This is a lot of stuff I had no idea about before I met these amazing people who they live and breathe health and wellness. And the cool thing is, I don't want to start another story, but Dr. Ryan and I went to this doctor convention where all these companies are selling different products to doctors. Even the doctors don't know what to look for, what's good, what's healthy, what to stay away from. And it's scary because most products out there, again, we learned not only do they not have what's in them, but even the 13 of the 30 that do match the label, if they're not organic, 97% of companies don't sell organic products, which means in many cases they're going with chemicals, pesticides, packed with toxins that we don't want to put in our body. In fact, in many cases, it's actually worse to take those products than to not take them at all because the negative more than offsets the good ingredients that may be in them. So the great thing about having Lisa on board, I mean, you look at doctors, you look at some of the leaders of different network marketing and health and wellness companies, and they're out of shape. I mean, 40% of doctors are overweight or obese. So the cool thing about, this is Lisa lives and breathes health and wellness. Not only does she really focus on what goes in her body, and I'll talk about Dr. Ryan here in a second, but I mean, she is all about helping you guys just understand a little bit more because supplements are so easy. I'll let Lisa and Ryan talk about that. With that, our awesome Director of Product Education, Lisa Goodkin.
Thank you, Ben. Hello, everyone. So I have so much to say, so I'm going to try to organize my thoughts because, Ben, you said a lot of things that I want to touch on. So one of them you were talking about when you and Dr. Ryan went to the conference. So I was just at the conference this year. I was just there on this past Friday. And I actually took a picture of one of these supplements because I was actually intrigued by it. Now I'm talking, this is marketing, right? I go and I see it and it says ADHD support. And my daughter, or one of our daughters, she just struggles a little bit with focus, so I'm always looking at things to help support it. So I'm like, wow, this is amazing. It says ADHD support improves focus and attention, academic performance, balanced mood within 12 weeks. I was like, wow, this must be really amazing. And I'm at this big doctor conference. I look at the ingredients. It was omegas. It was fish oil. I mean, that's one ingredient in our factor 4, DHA and EPA. I couldn't believe it. It's just the marketing, right? It drew me in like it would draw you in. You get that and more in our factor 4 for a fraction of the price. So that's just one thing I want to touch on. Another thing is you were talking about proprietary blends or whatever the company calls it, some kind of blend where they don't disclose the amounts. And a lot of in the supplement industry, this has been around for a long time, and this is actually called fairy dusting. And what it does is it allows a company to put a sprinkle of the ingredient in there so they can therefore list the ingredient on the label. So when you're thinking, oh, I want spirulina, I heard all about the benefits of spirulina. So then you go and you look at it, oh, this contains spirulina. But if it's just a little teeny dash of spirulina, like it's not going to do anything. There's no therapeutic benefit. So that's another reason why you always want to see your numbers. You want to see how much of every single thing is in there that you're taking. So there's that. And then going back to the detox, when I was at the conference on Friday, this one lecture I was listening to was all about about toxins, but it was about how our olfactory system is the only system that goes directly to the brain through the blood-brain barrier. So think about everything that we're breathing in. I mean, he was talking about the wildfires, right? Where all, that so many people have been exposed to. You're walking by your neighbor's lawn and you're breathing in the pesticides. All of this directly into our olfactory system, directly into the brain. And all of this is causing inflammation in our brain. And it's showing now that 49 is the average age for the onset of dementia and neurodegenerative diseases. 49. Guys, this is scary, scary stuff. Toxins are everywhere. So it's not just about what we're consuming, because you can be very good at what you put in your body, what you put on your body, but you cannot control everything. That's why we made this gentle detox that is designed to take every single day. I take my 4 dropperfuls all at night before bed. Our body detoxes its hardest at night, so I just want it all then. But I mean, great stuff. So just want to highlight the importance of this. And this is serious stuff. And yeah, so bringing awareness to it through education is really, really 100% my goal. So you're here because most of you are here probably for the business. But if you're here for the business, you're going to be here for the supplement. You're going to be here for the product. And if you don't think you are, I'm going to make you understand why. And I'm not a salesperson. I've never been. I'm actually horrible at it. This is purely from like an educational standpoint. I want you guys to really understand why you need to be taking these supplements. So of course they are highest quality, of course, lowest prices, because we want everybody to be able to use them. We don't want price to be an excuse. And we also want to know all the other junk out there, because again, I just read you something with marketing. Marketing is a very powerful thing, and it gets very confusing where every time you open up something on your computer screen or your phone, it's some new supplement coming. It is confusing. So please utilize me for that. But I also want to talk about the whole thing about prevention. So I've been in the health and wellness industry for a very long time. So is Dr. Ryan, and we've worked on both ends, reactive, proactive. What we really want to focus on is preventative, and that's really what supplements can do. Now, supplements can also help you heal. It just takes more time, a lot more work than if you go the other route of preventing it in the first place. So I get this email all the time. I was just diagnosed with diabetes. Now, you didn't just wake up and get diabetes, like you just catch the flu, catch a virus. You just wake up and here it is. This has been going on for a very long time. Little red flags, I call them, have been showing up, whether it's just achy joints. You might think arthritis, but it could be just chronic inflammation in your body, gut problems, all these little, symptoms. If something is not right in your body. And then you go to your doctor for regular checkups. And kudos to the doctor that will show you your progression of like however you get tested, say every 6 months, we'll show you what's going on. So if you see things creeping, you can watch things creeping and you can help to prevent that. But some doctors don't, right? You go there and you go to the doctor, everything looks good until ding, you just cross over that little marker. And now you have diabetes. Here's your medication. Right? We don't want to get there because once you're on, you need to be told you're on that medication. You likely do need to be on it for health and safety reasons. Doesn't mean it's permanent, but again, it's a lot harder. So the goal is prevention. If we can take care of ourselves through all, we always preach these pillars of health. If we can take care of ourselves by doing what we're supposed to do, doing what we were put on this earth to do, is to take care of ourselves and our loved ones, thrive, survive, the whole big thing. I mean, this comes through. We talk about supplementation because it is so easy. You just take a pill or drink a drink, whatever it is. It's so easy to do. But that's like baby steps. Could be the catalyst to get you to now exercising because you're just starting to feel a little less inflamed. Maybe your gut symptoms have calmed down. So now you're moving more and then you're eating better and now you're sleeping better and stressing less. And the whole thing just goes and then you start really feeling amazing and you're taking care of yourself and you are so dialed in. So that is really, really, really the goal here. And I want to help you every step of the way. So again, if you are already crossed over into that disease state, there are things that are reversible or more manageable with lifestyle modification. So use me as a resource. I want to provide all the education that I can to you guys. Back to you, Ben.
Awesome. Love it. You talked about factor 4 a little bit, and I'm going to elaborate on it because actually I'll do that and then I'm going to turn it back to you for a second. But I just Googled while you were talking about the ADHD story and how omegas and fish oil are good for it, or their product was exclusively that for ADHD. I said, do omegas help with ADHD? And there is some documentation that shows it does. And I'm sure Dr. Ryan already knew this, but this is, I learn stuff every day from Lisa and Ryan. But guys, our factor 4, this is our best selling product. Great for joint support, great for joint pain. It's got 4 of the most powerful anti-inflammatory ingredients on the planet. I mean, inflammation is a root cause of every sickness and disease out there. You get that under control, you're going to be a lot healthier. But it has the omega-3s, it's got fish oil, it's got curcumin, it's got garlic, it's got CoQ10. Literally the only product on the planet that has all 4 of the most powerful anti-inflammatory ingredients in one single product. You literally have to buy 2, 3, or 4 different products to get everything you get out of this one product. And until now, I didn't even know that ADHD is another benefit that this product can give you. But there you go. Just awesome, awesome stuff. So Lisa, back to you. Give me one product that you love and why.
So I'm going to say our E3 because everybody that is taking E3 loves E3. I love my E3, energy, electrolytes, endurance. This I use for my pre-workout, but you don't have to do a pre-workout anytime you just want that mental focus. It does have the caffeine, but it also has ingredients that really help stimulate the brain, help with focus. And it has all clean ingredients. So I'm sure you see this too. If you go to a gym, go over, you see everybody drinking this Celsius. Guys, read the ingredients. It is crap. Okay, one of the things I did talk about this on our Friday call last week was the B12 as cyanocobalamin. That actually, if you're not able to break it down properly, which most of us aren't, it ends up being a toxin in your body that now you have to detox when we're already trying to detox so much. It is in so much. So I want everybody that drinks some kind of energy drink or caffeinated drink other than coffee to check out our E3. Check out the ingredients, give it a shot. You will be so surprised how wonderful you feel from it. There's no jitteriness at all. And it also tastes great. So good replacement.
Love it. Yes. Love my E3. I actually take it every morning mixed with my Super Reds and my creatine plus HMB. I put them all together, take it before I work out. It's got about as much caffeine as a cup of coffee, maybe a little more, 130 grams. Also got the alpha GPC, the beta alanine, which for those of you guys who don't know about beta alanine, I mean, this is a performance enhancing supplement registered with the anti-doping agency as legal to enhance your performance. I mean, this stuff gets you fired up for your workouts, helps you crush them. Energy, endurance, electrolytes, awesome, awesome product. It gets you going. I mean, guys, if you work out, if you want to feel like you want to work out, take this product. It really makes you feel great, gets you going, and man, I love it. Take it every single day. Great call on that one, Lisa. All right, let's go out to the guy that makes all of these awesome products, Dr. Ryan Goodkin. And I mean, this guy is just amazing. We've talked a little bit about him today, so I'm going to make it short. But one thing that I absolutely love about the way that Dr. Ryan formulates, because Nodder and I have worked with some of the top formulators, manufacturers in the world over the years in this industry. And while there have definitely been some great ones, I'll tell you what, Dr. Ryan is absolutely amazing, definitely at the top of the list when it comes to formulating products. I mean, this guy, and this is a cool thing, I was starting to get to this earlier, where, you know, companies will look for a buzzword or they'll make this proprietary blend or whatever for the one reason of trying to get people hyped up, or even like Lisa talked about with the ADHD. You just put some cool stuff on the label, say, hey, this is an ADHD product. In 12 weeks, your kid won't have ADHD anymore. Crazy stuff like that. The reason they do that is not to help kids with ADHD. It's to sell a product and make money. Because if they really, and how much was that product, Lisa? How much were they selling at retail?
They didn't have the prices there.
Okay, so how
You
much
know,
did they have the doctor prices?
Yeah, so no, they didn't, I would have had to go on and get the pamphlet, but as you know, it probably was sold somewhere around the 45. And then the doctor's office is gonna have to increase it
Right.
100% to sell it to the patient. So, yep.
Exactly. Yeah. So they probably sell it to the doctor for 45. Doctor sells it for 70 or 80. So everyone makes money. Highest quality, omega, plus all these other amazing ingredients. $18.50 for our members. Literally about a third of the price. Doctors get it for about a fifth of the price that you would have to get it for from the doctor, if that makes sense. So, but the cool thing about Dr. Ryan, at least, is like Dr. Ryan doesn't formulate products with special buzzwords or benefits or crazy stuff just to get you guys to buy it, just to hype things up so that we can sell a lot of product. He creates these products, quite honestly, very realistically, so he can use them. So he can put them in his body, so he can give them to his family. He can give them to his wife, to his kids. And that's a completely, most people don't think about that, but it's a powerful thing, because you think about most supplement companies, first of all, you have no idea who's even behind the company. You have no idea what's even in the product. You have no idea if the people who created the product even dare put it in their body. And here we've got a doctor who's formulating this product so that he can use it and get benefit from what he knows our bodies are not getting out of our daily diets. That is a very powerful thing. And when you understand how this guy formulates stuff, I mean, every ingredient that goes into every one of our products is tested, it's pure, it's clean. Tamara, can you get the door, please? Sorry, guy's coming to fix our something. Dogs are barking. But at the same time, you know, he focuses just as much as in what goes in the product as what stays out of it. And that's an important thing, because as we talked about, a lot of these companies, they'll put toxins and chemicals and preservatives and pesticides and all this stuff that, again, completely offsets the benefits of what you're getting from the good part of the product. So with that, our awesome director of product development, Dr. Ryan Goodkin.
Hey, Ben, thank you. That's such a great intro. I've told you this before. You do a really good job leading into the next speaker, because, and you tell the truth about it. And I really appreciate
Thanks.
that. Thank you so much. It is. It's very nice. It's flattering. And I'd like to think it's accurate. I mean, the things you say about Nodder and Lisa, I know they are. So I appreciate that, because it means a lot. And it really is. It means a lot to hear that you say that, you learn things along the way, because the same way, mutual feelings there towards all of you. And I hope the same is true for those tuning in. And I think they probably are. I know there's often people that repeat and watch calls over and over again because they might have missed something, or like, hey, what was said? And they'll email me and say, hey, what was the call where you talked about such and such? And so they'll go back and watch. And I think that's awesome, because a big point of what we're doing here is about education. And I think that's true and near and dear to my heart. And it's true for Lisa as well. And I just wanted to highlight something simple. Usually on our cutoff calls, I like to highlight like the ease of access of a healthy supplement when you find the right brand like Livegood. how easy it is to start on like a daily essentials pack. But I want to talk a little bit just quickly on something different and highlight the importance of quality as I talk about it. So I have found over the years, and this is just personal for me, that I prefer to work out and exercise around people. I think the group fitness setting is highly effective. It's not for everybody, but I do encourage people to try it if they don't do it. Individual workouts can be super challenging. You can get in your own head and you get your own way, and you can sort of, it just doesn't work as well. So I like the competitive nature. I like the socialization of group fitness. And what I've noticed is that a lot of the group fitness stuff that I join and go to, there's a mixed bag of it's men, it's women, it's old, it's young. And what I notice the most is people are very curious about how it is that I maintain my strength. And it just is what it is. And a lot of times I find myself talking to people a little bit older. And one of the things that always comes through with that is that they're just, most of the time, they're not regretting it, but they're really focused on how do I at my age right now maintain my muscle mass, my strength, my mobility. I am scared to death of losing my mobility because I'm in my mid 40s, and you can easily see what 50s and 60s and 70s and there and on start to look like. And so it's awesome because, first of all, I like talking about it. Secondly, it just shows me the true nature of human spirit. Humans don't want to be overweight. They don't want to be in pain. They don't want joint aches and pains and lack of mobility. They don't want brain fog. They want to be sexually active and healthy. They want to be fit. They want to have energy. They want to sleep well. They want to have low stress. And so you kind of run this whole gamut of things. And so when they ask about muscle mass, it's like the reason why I built that context is because muscle mass does all of that. I mean, there is virtually nothing that even is close to it. No drug, no supplement, nothing that can touch muscle mass. So yes, that's powerful stuff. You got to put the work in. But how do we give our body the fuel it needs to build muscle? Because you can't really build muscle without giving the body the nutrients it needs, specifically macronutrients. That's protein, that's fats, that's carbohydrates. But really focused on protein, because the body doesn't really use protein as a fuel if it doesn't have to. It uses it to build things. It uses it to build. Just like we talk about collagen, it uses it to build. Dietary protein, it builds muscle. It builds neurotransmitters. So the stuff that manages our brain and makes us feel a certain way or respond, and how we emotionally are stable. It builds hormones, the sex hormones, the testosterone, the progesterone, the estrogen. I mean, this is so critical. This stuff is so important. And when people get out of whack, so when they're unbalanced, or they have this pre-diabetes syndrome, they have obesity, they have maybe diabetes, then they lead into hypertension, then they get heart disease, they have high cholesterol, they're a little bit more sedentary because the body doesn't feel good. So you can see where this is going. So ultimately, I always go back to the fundamentals, which is daily essentials pack. Awesome. But let's get the fuel for our muscles. What does that look like, guys? Well, I'm going to tell you right now, it's not a fad. This whole protein push is not a fad. It's well documented. It's evidence-based. It's in science. So it's just people are encouraging it more because it's been so neglected for so long. And finally, people now are starting to pivot, and they are shifting their lifestyle habits. And that's the thing. I mean, so they want to know, how do I do it? And that's why you're seeing a huge push in protein. But here's what's cool. We have a plant-based, it's USDA certified organic, and then we give you the option of a whey protein with colostrum, grass-fed, pasture-raised, highest quality protein, because you don't want to mess around with products, specifically proteins, because it's very tempting for brands to load it with junk so it tastes a certain way, but you don't have to. And our product is evidence. When you try it, you'll love it. It's tasty. And you need to get more protein in your diet. And I'm telling you right now, if you were to shoot for a gram per pound of body weight, Ben, if you were to try to hit your body weight per gram, so 1 gram per pound, and you did it in food, only in food, you would blow through calories. You would have a huge amount of calories going into your body. So you probably would it's probably working really well for you that you're eating healthy, you're exercising, and you're supplementing protein. That's the magic formula. It's not difficult. It's really, truly not that hard. So the protein's one element I want to highlight, and then I want to talk real quick about our amino acids, the essential aminos. We call these free form. That just means they're individual amino acids. That is what protein's made of, is amino acids. That's the idea. But being free form, you can take it on a fasted state. So you can have it first thing in the morning before meals. You can do it in between meals. You can do it before bedtime. And so this will keep your body in muscle protein synthesis, kind of still building phase, not breaking down. After about 3 hours of no food, the body starts to look for fuel. It looks for amino acids, and it pulls it from muscle, bone, and other tissue. So free form amino acids, I would say, man, that's probably, the most, I'd say it's a strategic supplement. I'd say if you're really trying to biohack, essential aminos, man, go all in on essential aminos, 3 to 4 servings a day. You can really go on those. E3, we just talked about. I'm glad you guys touched on that. Good job on that. Not only is it a great pre-workout, but it's also loaded with your essential amino acids again. But remember, caffeine, stay early in the day with that. And I have to drop, I'll drop after this. I'm sorry. But creatine HMB, guys, you must have to think about creatine HMB is naturally occurring in our bodies, but declines with age. What do we see in aging? Sarcopenia, loss of muscle mass. It's a skinny fat syndrome. You guys know that? You hear that? Skinny fat? Creatine is the way through that, to fight that off. Load up your creatine. Take it every single day. It's not just for bodybuilders. It is absolutely 100% for men, for women. I'd say children, but even though we're making for 18, but it is good for children. And then, of course, for mental health, cognition, the heart. These are high energy demand centers, and creatine is fuel. And it also is 100% effective at increasing the hydration of the cell. And that's another thing, hydration amplifier. I don't have it, but I think that is a good, well-rounded package, Ben, to help people maintain more lean muscle mass. They won't look all jacked and bulky if you're just doing it in a healthy way. And, I think from a return on investment, nothing is better. And actually, you know what, Ben, I'm going to go to the Livegood site just because I can't remember. I'm drawing a blank on our muscle building pack. Maybe you can comment on that for me so I don't sound like such an idiot right now. So back to you, Ben.
Put me on the spot. You don't remember? No, I don't remember either. But there's a muscle building pack in there. It's like $100. It includes the whey protein, our creatine plus HMB. I believe it includes our magnesium that everybody needs. I'll talk about that in a second.
Here it is right here. The maximum. It's a maximum build muscle pack. And this is awesome because you get the select your amino acid, you get your collagen, you get your creatine, hydration amplifier, your E3, your super reds, which is an amazing pre-workout, great for muscle also. You get a whey protein isolate. Member price is only $147. I mean, you want to talk about value, big time value in that pack. I love it.
Big time value. You're going to spend $300 or $400 for that quality stuff, literally anywhere
Easily.
else. Yeah, easily. But yeah, that's our hydration amplifier. I take 2 of these a day. Water alone isn't getting us hydrated, doesn't hydrate our cells. But I love what you said about creatine. Works on 100% of people to hydrate those cells. Awesome, awesome stuff. And I told you I learn something new from Dr. Ryan and Lisa every day. We're about to learn something else here, Dr. Ryan. So you talked about how if people need to eat their body weight in grams per day. So if you weigh 150 pounds, you want to eat 150 grams of protein a day. If you weigh 200 pounds, you want to eat 200 grams of protein a day. But as you mentioned, that means you're probably going to be taking in a lot of calories as well, which is probably going to do the opposite effect of what you want it to do, which is instead of getting lean, kind of put on some extra calories and extra fat, because that's how extra calories are stored. So to avoid that, so just to put things in perspective, Dr. Ryan, and really, because I'm really wondering this question, if I were to eat 100 grams of protein in steak, 100 grams of like, how much steak would I have to eat to get 100 grams of protein, and how many calories would that be?
Ooh, calorie count's a good one. I can tell you the protein content. So the protein content, and it depends on the cut of steak, the protein content is going to be about 50 grams of a large size steak. So
what does that mean? Like 50 grams for a 12-ounce steak?
Yeah, I would say 50 grams for a 12-ounce steak. Yeah.
Okay, so you'd have to eat like 24 ounces of steak in a day, which isn't a ton in a day. Couple cheeseburgers, actually more than that. Couple solid steaks to get 100 grams. And then how many calories would you say that would be?
Well, and I just did a quick one here. I'm glad we're doing this. So a 10-ounce ribeye, right? 840 calories, big number. 42 grams of protein. Now a ribeye has
how many protein? 22?
Well, a 10-ounce ribeye steak is going to provide about 840 calories.
Right.
And about 42 grams of protein. So 40 to 50 grams of protein per steak. But remember, it depends on the cut. Ribeyes, as we know, have a lot of fat marbling in them. And of course, their fat's very high energy density. So it doesn't surprise me that there's almost 900 calories in one steak.
Okay, so awesome. So basically, to put that in perspective, a ribeye being a 8-ounce, did you say? 10
Well,
ounce?
it's a 10. That's a 10.
All right, so a 10-ounce ribeye gives you 42 grams of protein. 2 scoops of either our vanilla plant-based protein or our whey protein isolate gives you the same, almost 42 grams, gives you 40 grams. But instead of taking in 840 calories with the ribeye, you're only taking in 200 calories. So you're getting the same amount of protein and literally a quarter of the amount of calories. That's pretty awesome.
Exactly.
That's huge.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's huge. I didn't know that.
That's-
See,
whoa.
learn something every day. You're welcome. So you guys
Thank
learn,
you.
I learned, everybody wins. Let's go.
That was
We're
good.
getting on this call today. All right, we're going to make it really worth it getting on this call today. I'm going to talk about one more product really quick, then talk about the compensation plan, because I know a lot of you guys are on this call to learn about the money, the opportunity, the growth, the excitement, the momentum, all of that awesome stuff. But I want to talk about magnesium because this is something that every single person on the planet should be taking every single day. Magnesium is responsible for every single thing our bodies do. Over 300 chemical reactions in the body depend on magnesium to function correctly. So if something's not working in your body, there's a very good chance the reason is because you're not getting enough magnesium. And most of us are not. If you get cramps, if you get migraines, if you have digestive issues, if you have sleep issues, the list goes on and on. There's a very good chance you're not getting enough magnesium. Again, this is something everybody should be taking every single day. Most high quality magnesium supplements out there are 30 or 40 bucks. This is the highest quality ultra magnesium complex for just $8.95. $8.95, less than 30 cents a day for something everybody should be taking every single day. Lisa talked about it. You didn't get on this call to learn about the products, but you're going to learn about products today. You guys need to get this magnesium. If you don't hear anything else I'm talking about today, spend $9, $8.95, get this magnesium. It even comes with a full 90-day empty bottle money back guarantee. You take this for 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, and you don't absolutely love it. You don't feel better. Stuff isn't working better. Send back the empty bottle. We'll happily give you your money back. You guys need these products. I told you this was the last one. I'm going to talk about 2 more. This is our vitamin D. Every doctor, every dermatologist is telling us we need vitamin D. Most of us are not getting enough out of our daily diets. $8.50. Last but not least, our multivitamin, Bioactive Complete, highest quality multivitamin. None of us are getting everything we need out of our daily diets. We need to bridge those nutritional gaps. Other high quality multivitamins are selling for about 40 bucks. Highest quality out there, comes in men's or women's, just $9.95. You can get all 3 of these products I just talked about. We call this our Daily Essentials Pack. All 3, magnesium, vitamin D, and multivitamin for just $27. Less than $1 a day. That's the Live Good difference, guys. Anyone can afford $1 a day to get healthy. And I love what Lisa said earlier about how supplementation is so easy. Getting healthy can be easy. It's not necessarily hard, but this is the easiest part of it. I mean, it also includes exercising, definitely harder than taking supplements. Sleeping good, something you need to, get your body doing. And I'll talk about that in a second, but also, you got to eat right. And that's a lot harder. Supplementation is so easy. You take a product, you either swallow it or mix it in water and you drink it. Like, it doesn't get any easier than that. And once you start doing that, you start feeling better. You start sleeping better, which means you feel like you want to exercise. You start exercising, and then because your body's actually doing stuff, you start sleeping even better. You start eating better, and it's a whole cycle, and everything starts working better. And it starts with something as easy as supplementation for $27, even just $9.95 if you just want to start as super, super basic. But guys, these 3 products, and we talked about all these other products, so I'm not going to talk about the products again, but you could also get all 7. You really want to jumpstart your health and wellness journey, 7 life-changing products, the 3 we talked about, including Factor 4, Super Reds we've talked about, Super Essential Aminos that Dr. Ryan was talking about, and our Super Greens. 7 products for 99 bucks. You'd pay $300 or $400 anywhere else for this quality of products. $99 for 7 products. 7 products for 99 bucks. That's the Live Good difference. That's why we're changing lives. That's why we're the fastest growing company in the entire health and wellness industry and the entire network marketing industry. And we don't even have a product purchase requirement. In other words, nobody no affiliate, no member has to buy products ever to qualify to get paid in our compensation plan. And even recognizing that our average order is over 6 products and over $100 because people love them, because they work, because people get value. And also because that we're selling more product than any other network marketing company, any other nutritional supplement company in the world, percentage wise, because it works, because it makes sense. Highest quality, lowest price. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. Nobody's going back to spending $99 for a lower quality greens product when you can get the highest quality on the planet for 18 bucks. That's why we're growing as fast as we are. And that's also why when you see all these other network marketing companies going out of business and we're continuing to put in almost 10,000 new people every single week, over 1,600 yesterday alone, we're already at like 700 today. Numbers are absolutely continuing to roll because what we're doing makes sense. But more than that, it's because we're not just attracting people in the network marketing opportunity or in the network marketing community. Because in most companies, the only people who are going to spend $60 or $80 for a product are people who are in that company to make money. Here, we're attracting people from everywhere. We've got more members coming in now than affiliates who are just coming in for the value and the savings of the highest quality products at the lowest prices anywhere. That doesn't happen ever in the network marketing industry. We're going to talk about our co-op tomorrow. I'm going to invite you guys onto our Friday, or we call it our Fire Starter Friday call. I got 5 minutes. I got to wrap it up because I got to Zoom at noon. Zoom 1 p.m. So here we go. Compensation plan. As you guys, if you're a pre-enrollee, have probably seen, thousands of new people coming in every single week, about 1,000 plus a day, joining that power line on midnight on Thursday night. All those pre-enrollees who have activated their position, who have locked in, become a member and affiliate, move into the matrix part of the compensation plan. Everyone's matrix has 2 frontline positions. It's a 2x15 matrix. That means that once those 2 spots are filled, the only place for everyone else to go is under the ones who are already in there. Anyone who falls under you in the matrix, whether you enrolled them or they fell under you from what we call spillover, you will get paid on them. And even one person who goes to work could be making you $50, $100, a few $100s a month in residual income, maybe over $1,000 a month if they really build a big team, whether you introduce anyone or not. But if you really want to generate some additional income in your spare time from home, it doesn't get any easier than this. As I mentioned, most network marketing companies have got less than 1% of people actually making money in the comp plan. We've got over 30% in profit, most of them their very first week, because it's so easy to go out there and share a business, an opportunity, a product that makes sense. Highest quality, lowest price. Like, that's what people want, value, and that's what people are buying. And when you align yourself with where the trends in the marketplace are going, you align yourself with what's going on in society and the economy, it just works and it just makes sense. And again, we didn't get to almost 2 million members in 2.5 years doing it the old way. This is the way of the future. And the fact that, we've done that really kind of shows you that we're not the only ones that think this is a good idea. But all it takes to lock in your position, become a member, and save money on the highest quality products at the lowest prices and earn income in the compensation plan is one-time affiliate fee of $40 to make money in the compensation plan, and either $10 a month to be a member, or if you want to save 20 bucks, get 2 months free, save 20%, however you want to look at it, $99.95 for the year. So you're looking at either $49.95 today or $139.95 today if you go the yearly option. That does not include products. You can buy as many or as few products as you want, but definitely place your product order today, guys. Get some of these products in your body. They will make you feel amazing. And once you start to try them, you'll be like, oh my gosh, I got to try those essential aminos. I got to get those super greens. Got to get those super reds. How about our USDA certified organic healthy coffee with brain enhancing mushrooms and weight management ingredients, plus it tastes amazing. Our Himalayan shilajit and organic sea moss for cholesterol support, for nervous system support. We talked about our creatine plus HMB, our detox. How about the best brain boosting supplement on the planet, our methylene blue nootropic? Absolutely amazing. We've got a great line of skincare products. We've got sleep patches We've got energy patches. We've got our collagen. We've got our women's hormone support. We've got our men's hormone support, vitality, CBD oil. So many amazing products, highest quality, lowest price. Go to the shop page, pick out some products, place your order today. We ship out every single day. You'll have them in a few days, and then you'll really see why we're growing as fast as we are. So all you need to do to lock in your position, go to any of the emails you've gotten from Livegood, click on the link that says click here to join now. Figure out if you want to go monthly or yearly. Fill that out. Do it before midnight tonight, and you will be in. It's only 1:00 p.m. East Coast time right now. It's 10 a.m. where Nodder is in California. You've got plenty of time not only to lock in your position, place your product order, but also to start telling a few people. You could actually hit easily our first rank of bronze by just introducing 2 people to the highest quality products at the lowest prices anywhere today. Yes. And be part of we talk about rank advancements on our Friday calls. You'll be on that list of people who hit bronze this week. So really easy to do. Also join us tomorrow at noon Eastern time, same place as here. You can find the link in your webinars page in your back office. We've got rank advancements. We've got training. We've got announcements. Since it's also the first day of a new month, we've got best-selling products for the month of April. We've got biggest countries, fastest growing countries in the month of April, and some other really fun stuff. Don't want to miss it. Join us tomorrow to hear all of that. That's all I got. Lock in your position today. Place your product order. Welcome aboard. Nodder, you literally got 1 minute because I got to jump off. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Welcome aboard. I'm going to let Nodder close it out, tell you exactly what you want to do when you lock in your position today. And can't wait to see you guys get these products. Can't wait to see you guys continue to crush it and just experience what a fun company, business, opportunity, team, family that we have here at Livegood is. So thank you guys so much. Have a great day. Nodder, take it away.
All right. Thank you, Ben. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. I want to welcome you to our Livegood family. Very simple. Highest quality products, which we document at the lowest price with 100% money back guarantee. So as soon as you place your product order, as Ben shared with you, there is no product purchase requirement, but almost everybody's placing a product order because they cannot unsee what we're offering. Amazing products with 100% money back guarantee. As soon as you place your product order, ladies and gentlemen, you're given a lot of tools to help you first of all, get healthy, stay healthy in an affordable way, but also share with your friends because they will inevitably hear about Livegood. They will inevitably hear from Livegood, so I'd rather them hear from you. Log into your back office and fill out the most comprehensive health assessment on the planet with your best email address that goes to the company. Then I want you to reach out to everyone on your address book. Ladies and gentlemen, remember, we're marketing products. We're sharing products to our members that they need and they've heard about. We're not marketing tanning lotion or eyelashes or yoga pants. There's nothing wrong with those home-based businesses. But everybody wants to get healthy, stay healthy, and due to people's buying habits shifting, everybody wants to save money. Let's say you send out the most comprehensive assessment and a couple of Lisa and Ryan's videos and your Livegood website to all of your contacts. And let's say out of all of your contacts, only 4 or 5 of them recognize that Livegood will be Amazon of home-based business. And just like Amazon started with books and now nearly Amazon has everything, we're only starting with the most advanced nutritional products on earth. And before you know it, we will have everything in our club called Livegood. So let's say not 5, let's say only 2 of them join, as Ben shared. Your first 2 are very important. By personally referring 2 affiliate members to Livegood, a lot of great things happen. Number 1, you just got the initial $50 that cost you to join Livegood back in your pocket. Congratulations. Number 2, you just became a bronze and you're going to be on the list tomorrow. So try to do that today. And number 3, you just tripled your income potential in the matrix component of our compensation plan. Ladies and gentlemen, get out there, get your comprehensive health assessment to everyone that you know as soon as you fill it out yourself and fill out and get your product order on the way. We love you all. We'll see you on tomorrow's Zoom and welcome to the revolution. God bless you all.
Awesome. Thanks for joining us, guys. Welcome aboard.